seventh son of a seventh son is a scary urban legend that comes from Mexico. It's about a young boy who has occult powers and is feared by everyone in his village. In a secluded rural area near Toledo, Mexico, there was a small village where one of the most tales of terror ever told took place. This is the story of a child called Federico who lived in Mexico in the 19th century. Federico was the seventh son of his family. In fact, he was the seventh son of a seventh son. Everybody in the village knew that the child was endowed with occult powers. They say he had the gift of second sight and was able to predict the future. He also had healing hands and was able to cure anyone of any ailment. The boy was quiet and shy, but all the other kids treated him like he was a monster. The villagers were terrified of him and refused to have anything to do with him. One dark night, the elders of the village got together and held a meeting. They discussed what should be done about the boy. They decided that he was so dangerous that they had to get rid of him. They made a pact to murder him and destroy his body because they believed this was the only way they could keep the village safe. These men persuaded the boy to come with them and led him to an abandoned and remote shack in the woods. There, when his back was turned, they pounced on him and bound him hand and foot. In a satanic ritual, they stripped him of his clothes, hung him from the roof, and lowered his body into a huge vat of boiling oil. Then, while he was still alive and screaming in pain, they gouged out his eyes and hacked his body to pieces. They put the chunks of flesh and bone in a wooden barrel and dumped it into the river. The men returned home that night, satisfied that they had accomplished their task. The next day, when some villagers went to visit the house of one of the elders, they knocked on the door but received no reply. They decided to enter. What they found inside almost made the blood freeze in their veins. The old man lay dead on the ground. His eyeballs were resting on his chest and his head had been crushed beyond recognition. His hands and feet had also been chopped off. There was a macabre message written on the ground in his blood. It read, "Innocent blood has been spilt. Now the guilty must die." After that, all of the elders who had participated in the brutal murder began turning up dead, their body hideously mutilated and dismembered. When the gruesome and bloody remains of the last man were discovered, the villagers found another message written in his blood. It read, "Now I have been avenged. The guilty have paid their debt." The chupacabra or goat sucker is a scary monster that is believed to drain the blood of its victims. There have been sightings of this creature in Puerto Rico, Nicaragua, Chile, and Mexico. Locals call it El Chupacabra. It has terrorized farms and is responsible for animal mutilations, killing livestock like goats, cattle, and horses. According to those who have seen it, the chupacabra has 2 small arms with a 3-fingered clawed hand, 2 strong, almost reptilian hind legs, again with 3 claws, and spinal quills down its back, which it uses to fly. This appears to enable it to run quickly and leap over trees. Its head is oval in shape and has an elongated jaw. It appears to have strong, coarse hair all over its body. The chupacabra is like some kind of vampire that preys on animals. Farmers have found their animals lying dead on the ground with puncture wounds on their neck and all the blood drained from their bodies. Sightings of chupacabra continued to be reported in various parts of Puerto Rico and Texas. It has allegedly killed 11 goats in the town of San German, and on one occasion, a group of townspeople said they chased the creature away as it was attempting to kill 3 roosters. In Guanica, a 44-year-old man was grabbed from behind by an unidentified creature. He managed to fight the creature off and later received treatment for scratches and cuts on his body. No picture or videos have been captured of El Chupacabras yet, but some people have seen it in daylight. When villagers in Campo Rico spotted the creature, they chased it into the woods. The mayor got together an army of volunteers to hunt for it. They were armed with rifles and had caged goat to use as a bait. However, they failed to catch the legendary goat sucker. Farmers in Calamine, Chile, awoke to find their goats and sheep dead in their pens. Calama officials quickly called in the National Guard. Hundreds of armed soldiers undertook a massive search of the area, hunting the chupacabra. Night patrols, however, found nothing. The chupacabra is still at large. Since then, chupacabra has been blamed in the deaths of over 2,000 animals ranging from other livestock to household pets. There have been sightings of the beast in several American cities including Miami, New York, San Antonio, Cambridge, and San Francisco. Phantom of the Park. The Phantom of the Park is a scary urban legend that comes from Mexico. It's about a park that is said to be haunted by the ghost of a woman who causes health problems and even death to those who have the misfortune to come in contact with her. In the small city of General del Progreso in Mexico, there is a beautiful park called the Benito Juarez Park. It is one of the attractions of the city, but it is built near the remains of an old, forgotten cemetery, and there are some who say it is haunted. The city wanted to improve the park, so they decided nice benches and seats so that people could enjoy the scenery. They said that disturbed the spirits of the dead and unleashed a deadly curse. Every night the benches were vandalized and nobody knew who was causing the damage. To protect the park benches against vandals, the city hired a security guard to patrol the grounds at night. One night when the security guard was on duty, everything seemed normal until midnight, when a dense fog emerged and spread out across the park and a cold wind began to blow. The guard heard the cries of a woman. They seemed to be coming from the other side of the park. He saw a shadowy figure lurking near the park benches. It looked like an old woman in a long white dress. Believing that she was up to no good, the guard followed her and saw her breaking and damaging park and the benches. When he got closer, he was horrified to see that she had no legs and she was floating above the ground. All of a sudden, the woman attacked him and began to beat him fiercely. He managed to escape, and in the morning, still trembling, he told his boss what he had seen. Soon afterwards, the man was suddenly struck down with a mysterious illness. The doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with him, and a few days later, he died. The city decided to hire another security guard to replace him. The same thing happened to him. One night, when the new guard was on patrol, he was confronted by a ghostly old woman. She rushed at him and began beating him furiously. Within days, the terrified man became seriously ill, but unlike the previous watchman, he managed to survive and eventually recovered. The doctors still couldn't explain what the mysterious illness was or what had caused it. All they knew was that it was the same as the disease that killed the previous watchman. City officials tried to hush it up and keep it out of the newspapers, but eventually word got around and no one was willing to stand guard at the park at night. The benches were still being vandalized and the city just had to put up with it and keep repairing the damage. Ever since then, nobody goes near the Benito Juarez at night. They call the ghost the Phantom of the Park, and they say that if you come in contact with the ghost of the old woman, you will be afflicted by a sudden illness that could end up causing your death.